Hey, welcome back. Can you see this? Just look at that gel. It looks awesome. This is a lighter color of gel than the first batch that I did, which I'm taking to be a good sign because I'm hoping that this batch will be a little bit more transparent than the last batch. So the lighter yellow I'm liking. I think that that is a really good sign. So it's been going for 20 minutes shy of the 3 hours. And at this point I'm comfortable. I'm ready to move to dilution stage. So we're going to do that first, and then I'm going to do shampoo bars. Okay. So, first thing, I gotta get this out of here. Okay. Let's put that there for a minute. Okay. Let's dump this. And put this on top. Here. So, zero out. See what I'm doing? Good. Okay, let's find out how many pounds of paste we've got. Oh, so sticky. Up to 74 ounces. Divided by 16 will tell you pounds. So the amount of water that you add depends a bit on your ingredients. If you used a lot of solid oils like coconut or cocoa butter, then you need to add a bit more water because otherwise the soap will kind of want to go back into hard form. Whereas if you use too much water, you'll end up with something watery and it won't suds much. So when I read the book, it said basically the type of oils that I used, it seemed like 30% dilution. Yeah. Read it again. Seems like you can't see me as well this time. Yeah. So you want to achieve 30% dilution. You go water added per pound of paste. So it would be 16 ounces of water per pound of paste. So how many pounds do we have here? 82.3 divided by 16. We have 5.14 pounds. So it's going to be pretty close to 5 pounds of water. That seems like 1 to 1 to me. How is that 30% dilution? Percent of actual soap. Water added per pound of paste. 16 ounces per pound of paste. Well, we have 5 pounds of paste. We're adding 5 pounds of water. The last time I did this, it was about 4 liters and a bit. So, it's a lot of it. Just 5 pounds of water look like, and we're using distilled water. change this to pounds. Make it 2.37. 4.12. Okay. £5.24 is really close to 5.14 pounds. I'm just going to go with it. Okay. Here we go. I don't know if you can see, but it's actually sudsing already. That's the thing about hot process is it really speeds up saponification, and it eats up a lot of the lye as well. Okay. I liked the other recipe better that I followed just because of how it was written. It was all together like a regular recipe. This lady, like the chemistry lady that I'm going to be following for the shampoo bars, like jumps around. Like they want you to learn the theory. I'm like, just spoon feed it to me. Just give me a recipe, a total recipe. I don't want to jump around. Okay, so like you're supposed to try and break this up a little bit. Apparently, if you want this to go faster next time, I don't understand how this works. They don't really explain it, but you're supposed to keep like some of your paste as a starter, like, you know, and you keep that in the fridge. And then the next time you get to this stage, you put your starter back in, and you put your starter back into your stick blender stage, and I guess it goes faster. I don't care though. It obviously went faster than we expected, didn't we? Okay. So, okay, I'm putting this on a back burner. You're not going to see it, okay? Because I need these different burners. Hot for a back burner. But it's going to work. Okay. So, that's going to take a while. Look how cute this is. This is my little Pyrex double boiler. I think it's just adorable. And this guy is just an improvised double boiler system because we need two apparently. So I realize you're not going to see, there's not really much to see, but I'll do my best so you can see both. Or you can sort of see it, can't you? That way. So shampoo bars, they're not as natural as you might hope because they're not truly soap, meaning that they don't use lye. They use things, and if you read the ingredients of whatever shampoo is in your shower, it's going to sound really similar to this. Like there's nothing like wild or crazy. Technically it's all derived from natural things, but you can say that about almost anything after they're finished messing with it in the lab. You know, I don't really think it qualifies as natural. However, the benefits of shampoo bar are you don't need plastic, and they're great if you travel a lot because you can take it on the plane, being that it's not liquid, and you know, it's just different. So let's try making some. So this recipe that we're going to be following is really, really little, okay? It's 100 grams, but I'm going to make it 200 grams because I want at least 2 of these things because I can give away one for someone who's going to have to test for me. I need guinea pigs. So anyway, I have to be able to measure to like a 0.01 gram or something like that. So I got this tiny little scale. It's so cute. Okay, let's get these boiling. In a way, I should have done that earlier. Shouldn't take too long. A little bit off there. We can measure out the ingredients while we're waiting for that. First ingredient, okay. Sodium cocoa isothianate noodles. They are like noodles. If you've ever gone into Lush and looked at their shampoo bars, like you will literally see these little noodles like still in there. They don't actually melt them down. You don't have to. Sorry, we got a bit of smoke, some oil on the element, so I'm going to turn on the fan for a few minutes. Anyway, so this is called a surfactant. We're using 3 different types of surfactants in this recipe. It's basically, it's what substitutes for the fact that we're not using lye. It's bubbles and foams and cleanses. It does all of the things that soap does without actually being soap. So, how much do we need? So we need 30% of this, so we are doubling, so we're going to go with 60 grams. That's just the tiniest little bit in there. Like that's really not much at all. Okay, down to 50 again. Let's see if I get exactly 60. Two noodles. There, 60.08. Good enough. Alright, so there's that. And then now this is a liquid surfactant. It's called Biotage AS40 surfactant. Okay. So we're going to be mixing these anyway, so let's just use the same thing. Out. So, the 25 now, but the thing about doing it that way is that if I add too much, then I can't add it back. Let's do this one. 25%, so we're going 50 since we're doubling. 50 grams. 44.2. Oh, that's fast. 53.8. 46.6. 85. I'm finding this small recipe to be inconvenient. 55.2, whatever. We're just going to go with that. Okay. Maybe I'll just leave them separate for now. So that's phase 1. This seems crazy to me. Such small amounts. Like, oh, you know why? Ounces. It says, I thought it said GM, but it says GM. There must be a weight measurement. GM. Grams are over on other pages. There. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I found that out before I got too far. Okay. So let's just cut that.
Really?
Hey, I'm filming right now. Yeah.
How long have you been?
A little while. in the cute shampoo bars. Would you like to come and say hi? Say hi to Mom. There's Stan, everybody. Okay.
Aaron wanted to come work out at 3. You gonna be here till 3?
Till I will need at least until 3. Probably more like 3:15.
Alright.
Okay? Taking up space next gym. Alright, so there we go. So back to the beginning. 30 grams of SCI becomes 60 because we're double. How do I get to ounces? Ah! My brain's down. Okay, 60 grams. Perfect. 60. There we go. Okay. Now, let's just put this back. So, as for the surfactant, we have 50 grams of this still on brands. Here we go. That's darn close. Okay, so that's my hot phase. My other phase, okay, 35%. SLSA, lanthanol, LAL, surfactant powder. This is the third surfactant. So, it's 35 times 2. Okay, is 70. For doubling it, so I'm for 70 grams. Woo. Okay. Whew. That is very, very fine. So my double boilers are beginning to bubble. Let's just turn them down a little bit to medium. What's next? 3% conditioning emulsifier like ETMS 50. Alright, I'm not ready for my test on what all of these things do. I'm still learning. How much of this do we want? 3%. So times 2 is 6 grams. Just zero that up, put it on top. There. And 3% sodium lactate. Sodium lactate, everybody. So once. So on 6. 6.47 is fast. Wow. 6.06, close enough. Okay. And now 1.5% protein of choice. I am choosing hydrolyzed rice protein. Just trying to get it open. Woo! These are a little too hot. I meant to get all the tape off before I started filming. I missed this one. Of course, I just cut my nails last night. Okay. And 1.5 times 2 is 3 grams. So that is going to be not much. There is no amount. Perfect. Right on the mouse. Okay. So, these first two over here, the noodles and the liquid surfactant, are phase 1. So let's get them melting. Viscous. All right, and same thing, phase 2. There we go. Woo. Fine powder. I'm going to turn off this fan now. Okay. I'm going to need this later for measuring the scents. Okay. Fork. So according to her book, this lady, by the way, Mal, I told you about her, first name Sarah, lives in Richmond, runs a cosmetic chemistry blog. I love that she's not actually a trained chemist. She went to school for liberal arts like I did, and then she just fell in love with cosmetic formulations, and she taught herself chemistry. I mean, maybe she's taken some classes, I don't know everything, but like her formal education was definitely not in chemistry, and yet she's just amazing at it now. Anyway, she told me in her book that this would take 10 minutes or more. because the noodles just take a while to break down, but they seem, I have to swear they're breaking down faster. Everything happens faster today. No, I'm going to use a different stick for that. Okay. So, what's in the last phase? Like the last phase, phase 3 is called the cool down phase. So we're doing 1% fragrance or essential oil. I'm using lemongrass verbena, okay? And that's like nonsense because I grow verbena and it doesn't smell like anything. I have smelled it. But this fragrance oil, I saw it recommended. Somebody had this was their favorite and it's phenomenal. It's really, really good. I've already got it in my cart in a bigger size. I know it's gonna be a big hit. So, let's be going 2%, this will be 2 grams. Okay. 1% of panthenol, DL panthenol. Again, I don't know what it does. I need to like make myself flashcards or something, but that's what's going in next. Let's put that. Goodness. Getting there. It's just the water splashing over that's making the noise. Okay. So this stuff, panthenol 1%. So we need to get to 2 grams, which isn't a lot. I'm going to use the end of a chopstick. 4. Okay, probably go a little faster than this. Five, 1.78. 0.91, 2.06, suddenly there. Okay. What's next? Liquid germinal, I know what this one is. This is a preservative. And we want 0.5 of a gram, but we're doubling, so we're going for 1 gram. Let's put that back in this one. 1 gram, not much. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's really dense. And colors. I'm going to use royal blue colorant, but I'm going to wait. I won't have it all together before I add this because a little goes a long way, and I want to see it all together first. Okay. So that's my cool down phase. So once these are ready to be combined, meaning they're both liquid, they're fully dissolved, then I'll add those 2 things and then we'll be ready to add the colorant. And then you put it in the molds. It's not too hard, hey? Now this is going, she said to fill the double boiler as far as it would go, but I'm not going to do that next time. All right, that's it's looking good. This, on the other hand, is taking longer. But it is getting there. Meanwhile, the paste is starting to dissolve. I'll make sure you get another look at that. Oh, you should have the lid on the liquid soap. It forms a film before you add the borax to it because it's basically, it's trying to become solid again, even though it's liquid. So you end up with like this skim, and it's really hard to mount the skim back into it. You just end up cooking it forever. So the lid, I've learned things, you see. Yeah, I can still see some. I want 2 of these little Pyrex things. I love it. Need more. So I don't really want to take it all out and show you, but it's weird. It's like, it's almost like this weird cottage cheese. It's like tacky cottage cheese. It's not really, I do think it is going to go like, oopsie. It's just going to take its time. Yeah. I'm gonna make the gym nice and humid, you know, great for sweating. Rice protein. Just putting stuff away. I would say that's pretty darn close. It's not really a very big time commitment. Okay, so I did something a little wrong here. I was just supposed to mount the conditioning emulsifier. So that was the little bead thing that looked like beeswax, and then add that powder. It wasn't supposed to actually cook it all, but I don't think that, I don't think it makes much difference at this point. I'm sure it's mounted, so it's consistent. I don't feel any beeswax. Weird. Okay. And turn these off. Okay. Just turn these off this. And I know that I can stick my hands in this and like mix it if I have to. Okay, it's just like a thing of goop. Oh, we are learning things. And because we're not making soap here, there's absolutely no curing process. You can use them right away. I definitely made this harder for myself by making that paste. There we go, it's going together. Actually glad I brought out a fork. It's the perfect tool for this. Okay, this last phase. These last little things. I honestly think I'm ready to get my hands on it. Maybe with gloves though. Oh, that smells so good. Right, gloves. Let's do the 1 drop of food coloring too. Blue for shampoo. 1 drop. Okay. Ooh, it is still a little warm. Ooh, ooh, ah, hot. Ooh. Cool down phase indeed. So that's what I've got so far. I don't know, you can sort of see the blue. I'm still working it in. And I'm going to go with another drop. How long are we on in this video? 40 minutes. Wow, that's a long one. Okay. All right, everybody. It's now or never. I'm going to clip these into the molds. This is interesting stuff. The gloves were a good idea, everybody. Okay. Well, it's a first try. It's definitely not as professional as I would want it looking if I was going to sell it, but you know, you can't expect to be perfect on the first try. Okay, taking these off. Woo. Very good idea to wear those. Here's one last look before it goes in the freezer. Will not need to stay for long, but it gets nice and hard and then you can use it right away. And I may just try one right away because I'm really hot and I stink sitting in this like superhuman hot kitchen. Anyway, I'm sorry this one's so long. Bye.